Very good evening, everyone. Am I audible to all delegates?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prashant. So again, a warm welcome and very good evening to all dignitaries presented here, our respected resource person, Dr. C.R. Yadav sir, and all delegates presented in today's session of 3-month certificate program on research methodology and biostatistics. Today it is a great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person for today's online session, respected Dr. C.R. Yadav sir. Sir currently serves as the Dean Research at the head of the PG Department of Sharir Kriya at the National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur, Rajasthan. Sir's academic journey is distinguished and impressive. He advanced his expertise by obtaining a PhD in Sharir Kriya from Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Rajasthan Ayurveda University. Additionally, Sir holds diplomas in nutrition and health education and AIDS and family education. Within 15 years of undergraduate teaching experience and 14 years of postgraduate and PhD teaching experience, Sir has significantly contributed to the academic field. He has been the editor of the Journal of Ayurveda published by NIA Jaipur since March 2013 and the editor of the NIA newsletter since 2009. Sir has also chaired the induction committee and short-term Ayurveda courses for foreign nationals, coordinated interdepartmental seminars and departmental extension lectures, and worked as the in charge of departmental library from 2009 to 14. He is an active member of the online e-learning courses in Ayurveda launched by NIA Jaipur and the coordination cell for the international students at NIA Jaipur. In his administrative roles, Dr. Yadav sir has served as the head of the department since July 2020, and he held various other positions, including estate in charge, HOD in charge, and hostel superintendent for both UG and PG hostels. He is also the member secretary of the Media Coverage and Positive News Committee, a member of NIE Placement Cell, the OBC Cell, and the nodal officer for the Ayush COVID National Helpline Number. Additionally, he has coordinated the annual sports meet since 2008. Dr. C.R. Yadav sir's contribution to the field have been recognized with several awards, including the Letter of Excellence, Best Thesis Award, Ayurveda Award, Yogyata Praman Patra in 1998 and 2000, and the Appreciation Certificate in Chikitsa and the Vaid KL Misra Chikitsa Samman in 2019. Also awarded with the Service Excellence Award in the field of medical and research by Institute of Applied Statistics in 20th August 2022. Sir is also an active member of several important committees at the National Institute of Ayurveda, including the Board of Management, Academic Council, Board of Studies for various programs, and the International Students Advisory Board. Sir is also the state coordinator of the Mahasi Charak Research and Development Scheme and the member of governing committee of the Mahasi Charak Research and Development Scheme, under which this program is running. Sir has been involved in significant research projects, including WHO research project on the standardization of non-clinical terminologies of Ayurveda, a conceptual and comparative study of Ahara in Britarai, and the research project submitted to CCRAS under the EMR project of a comparative study of Shashi Lekhavati and the Udyaditya Rasai along with Bapuchi Tela in the condition of Brajrakha Pita Vikara Kshetra Vitiligo. We are honored to have Dr. C.R. Yadav sir with us today to deliver on the session on the concepts, relevance, and general applications of biostatistics Ayurveda. Please join me in welcoming our respected resource person for today's session, sir. Please, sir, welcome, sir. Sir, you are muted. Muted, sir. You are muted, sir.
Good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. My slides are visible to each and everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I am very thankful to Dr. Amit ji for such a nice introduction. And I am also thankful to the whole team of IAS, including Dr. Subham Pandey and his entire team, and the whole team of ITRA for giving me this opportunity to share my views regarding the biostatics or the use of biostatics or the concept or relevance and how we can use. Is there any reference which is available in Ayurveda? So I'm really thankful to uh, get this kind of platform that we can discuss or we can share our ideas about biostatics. So now the topic which has been assigned to me, that is Amitji, I am putting it on slide mode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I am not getting it right now properly. Okay, now it is. Huh?
Yes, yes, yes. Perfectly visible, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So, in today's talk or today's discussion, we are going to discuss or we are going to share some idea about the statistics and biostatics. As we all know that means everyone means I'm not talking about the health sciences, but in each and every platform which is related with the new invention that comes under the heading of research. And sometimes we feel that research is not a very interesting subject. But previous means in my early life, in graduation or post graduation, I was with the same kind of inferences. But when I try to understand the research, then I can say that this is the most important and most interesting topic or most interesting idea to talk on this. Same time, there is another term which is means being used is statistics. And when the term statistics comes in our mind, then again we feel the same that oh, this is not a means interesting subject, or we are going to face so many problems. But look, if we are not means able to justify it, or we are not able to put some evidences to the certain community, means when I'm talking about the community, then if we are health professional, then we are talking about the health community over the globe. As I said that every day means in every moment or in our day-to-day affair, we always engage in the process of the research. I am giving just one example to you that whenever we are planning to our monthly budget or our home, then that is the outcome of research and statistics. Means after getting some data that this kind of expense is going into the grocery, it's going into for the purchase of the vegetables and fruits. So we conclude them and we analyze them, and then we can able to plan our budget. So research and biostatics or research or statistics is everywhere in our life. Means we can say that it is the part of every moment of our life. So today we are going to discuss this type of the interesting topic, which is always with us. First of all, we have to understand the background of the statistics. Because if we summarize my today's talk, then we can say that we can divide it in certain topics. Means first of all, we try to understand what is the background and what is the meaning of the statistics and this, biostatics, and how we can use, or is there means evidences they are available in the Ayurveda science. So we can understand, or we can incorporate those concepts in our science. But you may feel very happy to know that all the concept of biostatics, they are already there. Means as we say that Ayurveda is a age-old science, and they are available there at that time. So we will take one by one all the concepts, and we will try to understand each concept on the basis of the Ayurvedic concept with certain examples. So as far as the background is concerned, then we can say that Ayurveda, an ancient system of medicine originated in India, has become widely recognized and embraced worldwide due to its holistic approach to health and well-being. What about the holistic approach? You people may know each and everything, that we are not only working, or we are not only emphasizing on the symptom-based approach, but the Ayurveda scholar, they work on the systemic approach. Means we always try to find out what are the root causes. Means why this symptom is appear in the body. So not only the physical entity, but we also include the mental entity in our approach. When I am talking about the holistic approach, it is more beyond than that. Means we are not only focusing on the physical or mental entity, but we are also working on the universe and all the kind of the creatures that are available in the universe. Or if we try to say it one word, then we can say that we focus on to Jan Kalyan rather than Swa Kalyan. So that's why Ayurveda has a holistic approach, and this system places a strong emphasis on the personalized treatment and the natural remedies. As we all know that this is the era of 4P medicines. And what is 4P? Predictive, preventive, personalized, and participatory. So if we want to achieve, or if we means having the goal to achieve this kind of approach, then the perfect answer is available in the Ayurvedic science. So we can achieve this science by using Ayurvedic concepts. So as the interest in Ayurveda continue grow, as we all know that this is the era of Ayurveda, and so many countries and so many means most of the population, they are means looking forward to the Ayurveda for the certain health issues or some health problems. And in this means if we are working, or if we are focusing on the Ayurveda, then the science of statistics emerge as a potent tool, providing essential methods for the data analysis, interpretation, evidence-based synthesis in the research. As I said that if we want to achieve the goal of 4P by using the Ayurveda, then we have to use the statistics as a potent tool. Why I'm saying that? Because if we go through the 4P, then there is one term is predictive and then preventive. So we can get the information that we can predict what kind of the health challenges they are there in the upcoming future, and what kind of the health status of a society, of a nation, or of an individual. So we can collect some data, and after the proper analysis or proper interpretation of that data, we can generate some evidence. And on the basis of that evidence, we can achieve what we can do, or we can able to create some prediction about the problems. And after creating the accurate prediction, we are able to take some preventive measure well in the time. So statistics is a very potent tool, and it is also enhance the credibility of the science. Means sometimes what happened, we talked on the basis of our concept. Yes, that is also a right approach, because we can't understand the philosophy of the history on the basis of the concept of the political science. But sometimes that is the need of the hour, or means that kind of information needed at the global level, that we have to put our concept, or we have to put our data, or we have to put our knowledge in the scientific language. And what is the scientific language? That is based on the analysis, interpretation, and create some evidence on the basis of the guidelines that has been accepted at the global level. Am I audible or any problem in this?
Yes, audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So before going further, we have to understand the meaning of the aesthetics, because as we all know that either it in the Greek literature or in the Ayurveda literature, there is a clear-cut derivation of the words. And if we go through the derivation of any word, then we can touch the soul meaning of that particular word. So as you all know that it is made of statista means statesman, and in the German it is known as statistics means the political state. And it was first time used by the Gottfried Enkenwell, a professor in the Marburg in 1949. Then he defined statistics as the numerical data involving variability and treatment of such data. And what is the treatment of such data? Clear-cut analysis and make some strong evidences by this. So that definition was given by the Gallifeld. And according to the Croxton and Cowden, statistics defined as collection and processing, and also the interpretation of the numerical data. So these are the definitions of statistics. You can come across these. Again, there was a definition that was given by the Professor Horace Secrist. That statistics mean aggregate of the facts affected to a marked extent by multiplicity of cases, numerically expressed, enumerated, or estimated according to the reasonable standards of accuracy, collected in systemic manner. Means he is talking about the well-defined methodology. Means starting from the procurement of the data up to the generation of the or generating of the evidence. So therefore, we can precisely say that statistics is the study of the techniques and procedures in which we can include starting from the data collection up to the interpretation and classification and summarization and analyzing. These are the process in between the data collection and the interpretation. And it is not only a numerical interpretation, but it is numerical as well as categorical data. They are also analyzed by using the statistics. So biostatistics is the method used in dealing with the statistics in the field of health sciences. When we are talking about the statistics, as I said, that is used in each and everywhere. But if we are talking about the medical health or health science field, then it is known as biostatics. And there are, I try to summarize some field of health sciences that are biology, public health, medicine, dentistry, pharmacy, physiotherapy, and nursing. So if we are engaging the statistics in these sciences, then it is known as biostatistics. And biostatistics is nothing but is a statistical method in medicine, biology, and public health in planning and conducting and analyzing data which arise in the investigation. And also we can say that biostatistics not only covers all the application and contributions from the area of health, medicine, and nutrition, but also from the fields such as agriculture, genetic, biology, biochemistry, epidemiology, anthropology, and many other fields. They can be covered by this. So on the basis of these fields, we have generate or the different branches has been developed in the health sciences. One is medical statistics. Medical statistics is nothing but the use of statistical tool in the study of etiology, pathophysiology, treatment and rehabilitation. Means in the medical science, if we are using the statistical tool to study, starting from the what is the etiology and what are the causative factors and how it is affected the physiology and it convert into the pathology. So the whole concept of pathophysiology up to the rehabilitation, that is known as medical statistics. But in the health statistics, it is application of the statistical tool in the study of curative, promotive, and the preventive healthcare services. So we have to understand the basic difference between the medical statistics and the health statistics. In the health statistics, it is based on the promotive, preventive, and the curative aspect. The another one is the vital statistics, and vital statistics are quantitative information about the population, such as number of births, deaths, and marriages and divorces. Means there are some quantitative information based on the number of births, deaths, and so many other criteria we can follow, in which we are able to interpret, or we are able to get the quantitative information that is known as by vital statistics. So if we summarize the usage of statistics in general, then we can say that it presents the fact in a definite form. Means sometimes what happens, we just say that it can be happen or it could happen if we use this and this. But if we are using the statistics in a proper manner, then we are able to present some facts in a very definite form. And it also facilitates some comparisons. Means we can compare community, we can make some comparison community. Sometimes we can compare the efficacy of the drug also. So or we can also compare the stages of, means vaya avastha, like the effect of the drug in childhood, adulthood, and the old age. So this kind of comparison facilitates by the statistics. It simplifies the message of figures, and it also helps in the formulating and the testing hypothesis. Hypothesis is very important part of our research. So without use of the proper statistics, we are not able to formulate or test our hypothesis. And it also help in the prediction. As I said, that we can get some data on the basis of the data, we can predict that what kind of the challenges are we can face in the coming future. So these are the applications of the statistics, mainly in the health sciences. So when we talk about the applications, then the application of the statistics in the health sciences can be conceptualized into one of the following categories. Means there are different categories. So we can conceptualize into one category. One is defining normal and not normal in the context of the various aspects related to the health and illness, establishing the accuracy of the diagnostic procedures. Means we can establish, or we are able to establish the accurate diagnostic procedures for certain health problems. Planning of experiments and analysis of the results. So on the basis of these, we can plan some experiments, and we are able to analyze those experiments on the basis of the data. And also observation of the natural history of a disease, namely its signs, symptoms, course, and what is the variation of this, the symptoms in that particular disease. Assessment of treatment protocol and the different interventions used for the care and treatment of patient. As I said, that we are able to compare the treatment protocol also, and we can also able to compare the intervention. And we can collect, analyze, and disseminate of various population health statistics by using the statistics. Now we are moving on. What are the advantages of statistics? In the previous slide, we were discussing about the usage of the statistics. Now, what are the main advantages if we are using statistics in our research? Then what can be the advantages in this? It increases the time efficiency. Means if we prepare a clear-cut methodology, or if we choose, means you are all aware that the different research protocols, different kind of tests are applicable. So if we prepare a very good hypothesis, or if we generate a very good research methodology, but means just imagine that we didn't plan a very good concept of statistics. Means simply we can take that if we are choosing the wrong test, then all the research projects may ruin about this type of selection. It also facilitate collection and consideration of the accurate data, ensure the validity. Means we can't validate. Sometimes validation is not about drug only, but we can validate the process itself. So if we want to validate some data, some process, some new drugs, then we have to take the help of the statistics. Without this, we are not able to ensure the validation process. Minimize the chances of error. Means we can't prevent or we can't stop the error, because there are a lot of area, or there are a lot of scope that sometimes there are mechanical errors, sometimes there is manual errors, sometimes there is human errors. So we can minimize these kind of errors, and we can achieve a clear cut or some accurate data. Prevents duplication of data. We sometimes what happen means in the process of the research, there is a chances of the production of there is a chances of the genesis of the duplication. But if we are using the proper or we are using the clear-cut guidelines of the statistics, then we can prevent this kind of the duplication. And it also improve the documents management. Means we can improve our management. Now, as I said that after understanding the meaning of the statistics, with the help of the background or with the help of the usage and advantage of the statistics, now we should look, is there any relevance, or is there any means evidences that are available in the Ayurveda related with the statistics? So now we are moving on that segment, that Ayurveda and the statistics. As we all know that there is a simple principle of the mathematics, and mathematics says that anything is measurable. Means you can measure each and everything, and this is the basic principle of the mathematics. And that is also relates, that is also very similar to the statistics, the concept of the statistics. So the concept of the measurement is well evident in the statistics, and same kind of the approach that is also available in the Ayurvedic treatises. So there is one example that in the Vimanistan that is developed around the focal theme of the measurable variables, means Dasvidha Pariksha, Ashtavidha Pariksha, and Vad Marag, Tantra Yukti, means, and so many other means we can divide the course, we can divide the SAR, we can divide the Prakriti in certain numbers. So that is there also available. The concept of the measurement, that is also available in the Ayurvedic literature. And as I said, that the concept of the statistics is the means the concept of the measurement. So concept of the measurement is available in the statistics, is also available in the Ayurvedic literature. For the precision, fact, observation, and the measurements have to be expressed in the figure, which is termed as statistics. Ayurveda Acharya has also given due regards to the importance of the statistical methods. So the means it doesn't mean that they are not aware about the concept of the statistics. If you go through some certain terms which are mentioned in the Ayurveda, then you can understand, or you may go, you may know that they are well aware about this kind of the concept. So the mentioning of the term Sankhya and Man in the literature of Ayurvedic indicates the importance given to the number and the measurements. In the Sharir, there is a clear-cut means a measurement in the form of Anjali and in the form of Anguli. Means they give certain number that if you want to measure the dhatu in the body, then there is a certain number that can be there in the body, and also there is certain parameter that is based on the Anguli Praman. They given the total length of a person on the basis of the Sankhya. So we can say that this is the science of collecting and analyzing significant numerical data, and numerical is nothing but to deals with the number. And in the Vratri, particularly, if we go through the Charak Samhita, then Panchamahabhut, Tridos, Sadupakaram, Trivadraog Marg, Ashta Mahagat, and so many other things. As I said previously, that Vad Marg, Dhatu, number of Mal, these are the terms they are frequently used in the Vratri also. So there are branches of statistics. Means we can divide the statistics in two forms. One is descriptive statistics and the second one is the inferential statistics. We will take one by one. So what is descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics, nothing but a branch of statistics that involves summarizing, organizing, and presenting data meaningfully and concisely. Means this is the branch in which we can summarize, organize, and present our data in a very concise form. So mainly descriptive focus on describing and analyzing a data set based on the main feature and the characteristics without making any generalization or inferences to a larger population. Means it focus on the state facts and proven outcomes. Means descriptive statistics had some proven outcomes, and we can, if we want to say simply, then it is a way to describe the data collected. Means whatever data we have collected, we can describe those in a very simple manner. And the primary goal of this is to provide a clear and concise summary of the data, enabling researchers or analysts to gain insights and understand patterns, trends, and distribution within the data set. This type of the statistics that is also there in the Charak Samhita, all the numerical values they use to summarize the huge data in a meaningful way, that is very especially, that is very evident, especially in the Sutristan. If you go through the Sutristan, then you can understand that the descriptive type of statistics is clearly mentioned there. If we want to take one example, then we can take that in the first chapter of the Charak Samhita, or also in the Ashtanga, all content and the objective of the book are summarized. That is also the part of the descriptive statistics. So means this kind of, and there are some other examples, Ashtaudariya Adhyay, Sharir, Sankhya Adhyay. They are mainly based on the numbering and the classification of the various diseases and the different bodily structures. So there are a lot of evidences that are there in the Charak Samhita also. So we can say that the descriptive statistics is available in the Ayurvedic concept. The second one is the inferential statistics. And inferential statistics defined as a field of statistics that use analytical tools for drawing conclusions about a population by examining random sampling. Means we can test the hypothesis and regression analysis by the inferential statistics. So for going for the test of hypothesis and the analysis, we have to draw some conclusion about the population by examining random sampling. And what is the goal of this statistics is to make generalization about a population. Means a statistics is taken from the sample data that is known as sample mean, or that is used to make inferences about the population parameter. Means we can make some prediction about the larger population. We can do a sample data, and on the basis of that sample data, we can make some inferences, and we can predict about the larger population. Means sometimes what we say, if we go through the Rajasthan state, then there are certain area they are very prone to for the renal stone. So why we are saying this? Means each and every person is not suffering from renal stone over there, but if we take a sample from the different part of the state, then we get this kind of information that the more prevalence or the data was more in that particular area, showing that this population is prone for the renal stone. So after getting the sample mean of our data, we can predict for the population. So this is the benefit of the inferential statistics. And in Ayurveda, this is also used in many instances like acceptance and refusal of hypothesis by different acharya related to the different concept, theories and phenomena. Means there are so many sambhasa, means evidences or means references available about the gross discussion on the number or the concept. Means if we go through the number of, means what can be the exact number of ras, then there is a reference of a very big seminar in which they discuss, and on the basis of their discussion on the data and the information they get over there, they decide that rasa can be decided six number as far as the type is concerned. And as you all know that in the dhatu portion, there are so many nyaya or so many theories, they are there available in the Ayurvedic text. So again, there was a lots of discussion on this, and after the discussion, they can get that kind of the inferences. So means this is the discussion, as I have already said you that means Chakrapani refused the opinion of the other scholar regarding the number of rasa, and he rejected the hypothesis stating that rasa are the 7 or 8. Means in that there are different hypotheses they were available there, and he rejected by some certain reason, and he said that rasa can be only 6 in number. So this kind of we can find in Ayurvedic literature. So type of the biostatistics, that is descriptive and inferential, they are also available in the Ayurvedic text. Now we are going to discuss on some very common but they are very important statistical terms and their relevance in Ayurveda. The first is data. Data means a set of values recorded on one or more observational units. And it is two types. One is qualitative data, and the second one is quantitative data. Quantitative data is mainly based on the numbers. First of all, we will take qualitative data. There is a figure in the slide. Means there are three persons in the picture. One is saying that the woman is so tall. They are talking about this figure. So this person is saying that the woman is tall. But if we going through the statement made by this person, then he is saying that no, she is not tall, but she is short. The person is saying, but the point or the vision, or what we can say, the concept from where we are trying to analyze or we are trying to see the situation, then our conclusions or our information that can be altered. So the qualitative data, mainly also called as the attribute, as it is attributed in some qualities. The concept of good, where each good is attributed with specific quality, can be considered under the qualitative data. Means numbers are not important in this data, but it can be some characteristics, or it can be some attributes, or it can be some important findings as far as the behavior and so many other things are concerned. So that kind of data that can be considered under the qualitative data. Means they are not saying that the height of the subject is 6 feet, 5 feet, or 4 feet, but they are discussing about the tall or in the form of tall and short. Means they are talking about the quality of the subject. And in Ayurveda also, we can take one example, that Guru Gun is attributed with Brahman quality. Means if we want to go for the Brahman of a subject, then we should choose, or we should select the things in the form of diet, drug, or routine. They increase the Guru Gun. If we select that Guru Gun in our procedure, then we are very easily able to generate the Brahman quality in a subject. So any dravya means, as I said, that we have to think this kind of concept on the basis of diet, drug, and the routines. There are some examples, that characteristics, features of particular Deha Prakriti, Mansit Prakriti, and Dhatu Sarata. Means, as I said, that Akashari Sopnesu, Sopnesu Jalasaya Avloki. So these kind of symptoms on the basis of Alp Keso Prasoruksho, Dhiman Swedi Charoshana. So there are some characteristic features of particular Deha Prakriti, and also they are available in the Manas Prakriti and Dhatu Sarata also. We can able to inherit attributes of the Vat, Pitta, and Kapha, or Ukshalabhusit, Khar, and sign and symptom of the different kind of diseases. Means if we are talking about the same diseases related with the same system, but the symptoms of the diseases related with the same system may differ to each other. So on the basis of that kind of data, we can able to assess the quality of that. Features of Sukh Sadhya, Krishna Sadhya means type of prognosis of the disease, that also can be decided on the basis of the qualitative data. And we can also assess the Ayu and the Arish Lakshana on the basis of the qualitative data. The second one is quantitative data. We have discussed about the qualitative data that is basically based on the characteristics or attributes. Now we are moving to the quantitative data. Quantitative data means obtained by measurement and counting. Means numbers are very important in the quantitative data, and we have discussed about so many examples. They are there available in our Ayurvedic text. All the Sharir that is basically based on the quantitative data. Anjali Praman, Anguli Praman, and also in the Kalpistan, where there are certain number of Rechan Yog, certain number of Woman Yog, they are there in the Kalpistan. They are also the example of the quantitative data. So, quantitative data and qualitative data is also available in the Ayurvedic literature. The second phase is the collection of the data, and data collection is the collective recording of information, either numerically or in any form. Means if we are collecting the information, that is known as a collection of data. So in the Sambhasa research, as I said, that there are so many references about the conferences which were held among the Ayurveda scholars. In that, on the basis of their knowledge, on the basis of their information, they give the different opinion regarding the particular concept, phenomena, and theory. But after the gross discussion, they reach up to the conclusion. So, as I said, that collection of data in the form of Sambhasa Parishad, Rogi Pariksha. Rogi Pariksha is also beautifully mentioned in Ayurveda. So that is also the part of the collection of data. After this, there is a clear-cut database that is available in the Ayurvedic text. On the basis of that database, we can also able to collect the data. Second one is classification of data. Classification of that data, the process of organizing data into groups or classes, that is known as classification of the data. So there are a lot of examples in Ayurveda. Mahakasai means 50 Mahakasai are there, and they classified 10 drugs on the basis of their action on a particular system, on a particular symptom. They divided those drugs in the form of Mahakasai. Also the classification of Asti, Sandhi, Snayu, and Marm, and so many. Means there are some skand are also available present in Ayurvedic text, Madhur skand, Amla skand. So they classified on the basis of Ras, the drugs which are similar, the test. If the drugs are similar with the Madhur test, they included that drug into the Madhur skand. After the collection of data, there is a need of presentation of data. Means if we know about the data collection and if we are not able to present in a very scientific manner, then there is no use of that. So presentation of data is also very important in statistics, and it can be presented in the form of text, tables, and the graphical presentations. Means we can present our data in the form of textual, tabular, and graphical presentations. Again, I will quote some examples. Those are available in Ayurveda. Chatusk means there are some chatusk. So whole Sutristan that is divided into the chatusk. And some sthan means Sharistan, Sutristan, Kalpistan, Chikisastan, Khand, and Prakran. That is also the example of the presentation of data. We can present them in a textual form. Guna Prakriti Lakshan. Guna Prakriti Lakshan, they are the example of the data presentation in a table form. Means the description of the characteristics, features of particular dosage Prakriti based on their attributes. If you go through the reference available in the Vimanistan chapter 8, then again there are some certain symptoms, characteristics of Prakriti mainly based on the attributes. Means the Ruksha Gun in Vata Prakriti having some special characteristics in the body that we can say this characteristics mainly based on the predominance of that particular attribute. So we can present them in a tabular form, and upsay and anupsay also can be present in the tabular form. Analysis. After the presentation, we are supposed to analyze the data. So in the analysis process, transformation and remodulation of the data is being done in the analysis process. So the commentaries written by various acharya or the samhita can be considered as analysis of the data. Interpretation of the data, it is the process of approaching towards the conclusion regarding the analyzed data. Means after the collection, representation and analysis, if we are moving or we are approaching towards the conclusion, then that is known as interpretation of the data. There are one example in the ITRA Bhadrakapi Adhyay in Charak Samhita. There are different opinions about the type of rasa. We have discussed it earlier. So if we are approaching that after the gross discussion, we are saying that those Sharir those are 3 types, and dhatu are 7 types, and mal are 3 types, and rasa are 6 types. Then it is known as interpretation of the data. Now we have to understand. We are going to understand what is the definition between difference between the population and the sample. So what is the population? Population is collection of all items, and sample is collection of the part of population. So when we were discussing about the prediction of any means problem or any means concept, then I said that on the basis of the data mean, we can predict what kind of the problem or what kind of the means information we are getting by the data mean, so that we can predict that in a larger sample size, that is known as population. So population and sample can be understood on the basis of log purush samya. Log means population or entire world, and purush is the sample of that. Means purush is the part of the log. So log purush samya is a very beautiful example of the population and sample, where log is population and purush is sample. So after that, mean is measures of central tendency, and it refers to the average of values or items in a given set. Yes, if we are averaging the value we are getting, then it known as mean of that particular information. So it can be derived by adding the values given in a set and dividing by it the number of values. Means if we are analyzing 2-3 values, and after analyzing these 3 values, we are getting 10, 12 or 15 means information. Then means if we want to know the mean of that particular, then we have to divide the information, whatever information we are deriving by adding the values by the dividing it by the number of values. Means on the basis of the value, means if it is 3 and we are getting the 15, then the mean will be 5. So we can get the mean by using this kind of mathematical exercise. If we want to know the example of the mean, then there is a example in the Stangradha where they were deciding what will be the volume of one bindu, and then they said that one bindu can be considered as average quantity of fluid that drops down when an individual lift the Pradeshni Anguli means index finger, which is dipped in the fluid. So means they get this kind of the information by using the main concept of the statistics. The second concept is median. Median is the middle term of the given data. When the data is arranged in ascending or descending order, then the middle term that is available in that is information, that is known as median, and it is also known as, or we can say it that the 50th percentile, that can also be known as median. So there are so many examples available in Ayurveda also. Median can be understood through when we are talking about the coast, means SAR. So Pravar, Madhyam and Avar, when we are talking about the Sattva, also that is there. So the Madhyam Sar and Madhyam Sattva, that can be considered as the median concept of the statistics. So this is the example of the median, means Madhyam Sar, Madhyam Sandan and Madhyam Sattva. Those can be considered as the example of the median in Ayurveda. Next one is mode. Mode is most frequently occurring value in a given set of data. Means the information that is occurring frequently in a given set of data, that is known as mode. Mainly in the medical science, mode is used to describe the susceptibility of a disease or increased frequency. Means whenever we want to, or we try to find out the susceptibility, then the mode concept of the statistics is being used. And this concept is also very beautifully described in Ayurvedic literature. Means among Vata, Pitta and Kapha Prakriti, the incidence of Vatic diseases more in Vata Prakriti individuals. As we all know that the classification of disease that is available in the Ayurvedic text, that is Samanaj and Nanatmajvika. So when we are discussing about the Samanaj Vikar or Nanatmajvika, there is a clear-cut demarcation of the diseases, mainly predominantly happens in our body on the basis of the predominance of the dose. So on the basis of that, the concept of mode, these kind of concepts, they are available in the Ayurvedic text. Again, there are the classification of Des is also there, means Jangal and Anup and Sadharan Des, and there is a certain characteristics of these doses. The next one is the measurement of the variability. The measurement of the dispersion. And what is dispersion? Dispersion helps to interpret the variability of the data. Means we can able to know how much homogeneous or heterogeneous homogeneity and heterogeneity of the data is there. That can be measured, the measurement of the dispersion. So this measurement of the variability described about the spread or and the scatteredness of the individual observation is what kind of the observations we are getting by our study, then we can measure them by the concept of the variability. Ayurveda, there is a very popular concept, Purusham Vikshe, means if we are going through the basic understanding of this concept, then we can understand the importance of the variability in the Ayurvedic text. Testing of hypothesis. This is the important most. I must say this is the most important part of the research study. So without testing the hypothesis, we are not able to conclude, or we are not able to generate or make some evidence. So testing of hypothesis is used to decide whether to accept or reject the hypothesis. Means whatever hypothesis we have generated, anyhow we have to accept or reject the hypothesis. And there is a concept in Ayurveda that means hypothesis can be correlated with the pratigya, and pratigya is nothing but a tentative prediction. So this tentative prediction can be understand concept of the hypothesis. Then there is a term that is used in the statistic normal distribution. Normal distribution is a continuous probability in which mean, median, mode are coincides. So if we try to understand this, then we have to understand the swasthya lakshan that can be correlated. Means if there is a state of samatva in the form of those dhatu and agni, sattva, atma and indri, then it can be related, denotes the normal distribution set of the statistics. Probability. Probability denotes the possibility of the outcome of any random event. The meaning of this term is to check the extent to which any event is likely happen. For example, means if we flip a coin in the air, then what is the possibility of getting head? If someone is asked to us that if we flip the coin in the air, then there may be a chances in the result of head or tail. But if the question is asked that what are the chances to get the head whenever we flip the coin in the air, then the answer of this question is based on the number of possible outcomes. Means we repeatedly, if we go through the process and if we analyze what are the possible outcomes we are getting by using this exercise, then that outcome is known as probability. So whenever there is a description regarding the thought process about the unknown diseases, drugs and treatment modality, that indicates about the probability made in also available in the Ayurvedic text in Sharir or in Charak Vimanistan. The next concept is correlation. Correlation is the measurement of the strength of relationship or association between two second variable is also increases. That is known as the positive correlation. But if the variable changes but in the opposite direction, then it is known as negative correlation. So the example of positive correlation is those aggravates by what those aggravates by vyayam. Means if we increase the intensity of vyayam, then the aggravation in the vatos is also increased. So this is known as positive correlation, and the another one is negative correlation. Means one changes, one variable changes, decrease in the unit. Means cuff dose decreases by vyayam. If we means vyayam is same, but the impact of vyayam on the different dose is different. If we are trying to know the impact of vyayam on vata dose, then it is known as positive correlation. Or if we are trying to know the impact of vyayam on kapha dose, then it is known as negative correlation. Why? Because vata dose aggravates along with vyayam, but kapha dose decreases along with vyayam. So this is the correlation concept of statistics. That is in the Ayurveda. So many other examples are over there. You can go through that. Regression. Regression allows to predict or explain the variation in one variable based on the other variables. I mean, this is the answer of the comparison relation. And it is also two types. One is a response or dependent variable, and second one is explanatory variables. And what is dependent variables? The variable that are trying to explain or predict, that is called response variable. It is also sometimes called the dependent variable because it depends on another variables. Means if we go through this figure, then the y-axis, this axis, that is known as dependent or response variable. Means it depends on the this axis, x-axis. So it is known as response or dependent variables. The second one is explanatory variables. This variable is used to explain or predict the response variable. That is called as explanatory variables, and it is independent on the other variables. Means it is only belongs to this axis. This is not belongs to the y-axis. So this is known as explanatory variables or independent variables. Regression: if one variable is known, then other can be predicted. This is the beauty of the regression, that if we are able to know one variable, then we can predict the other one, another one. You can go through this. If the x is known, means this axis is known, then y can be predicted. This axis can be predicted. There are so many examples in Ayurveda. I just going through one example. Pura root of any disease is known, then we can predict the severity of the pratyatma lakshan of the disease. For example, if pura root of any vyadi is strong, then its lakshan also be strong. Means that pura root of primordial symptoms of a disease, they are very strong, then we can say the symptoms or they, they will also be strong. So this kind of prediction that can be made on the basis of the regression. These are the Panchavayu Vakya, means five important terminology that are means the base of the Ayurveda research methodology. Pratigya, Udharan, Upanay, Nigman. These are, and Hetu. These are the five terms that is known as Panchavaya Vakya. These are the important factors of the Ayurveda terminology, research terminology. Now we will try to correlate them on the scientific terminology. Then pratigya can be correlated with the hypothesis, preposition, and declaration. Hetu can be correlated with the logical reasoning. Example, udharan can be correlated with the observation, and upanay can be correlated with the comparison or correlation, and nigman can be correlated with the conclusion. So pratigya, udharan, upanay, hetu, and nigman, these are the terms that are used in the Ayurvedic research terminology. There are different fields in the statistics, and their relevance and applications are very useful in Ayurveda also. If we know about the environmental statistics, then environmental statistics is also mentioned in Ayurveda in the form of Janpadodhans, where the quality of air, water, climate, and sometimes the quality of soil, the quality of the vegetative flora, that is also mentioned in Ayurveda. So that can be considered under the heading of environmental statistics. There are some other examples, means vegetation, agriculture, land use, Trivid Dravya basis, means jungle, parthiv, and Odbhid. That is also the part of environmental statistics. Another one, epidemiology, the study of the determinants, occurrence, and distribution of health and diseases in a defined population, that is known as epidemiology. So again, the concept of Janpadodhans can be related with the concept of epidemiology in the biostatistics. As far as the vital statistics is concerned, then there are so many examples. Means mention of Kal and Akal Mritu. That can also be the part of vital statistics. Illusion of the number of people exposed to the disease and number of people falling. Means sometimes you may see in the corona also, means so many people they come across the COVID-19 virus, but means although the number was big, the people falling ill or they suffered from corona, but not each and every one was suffered with COVID-19. So that can be means understand the basis of the concept of the vital statistics. As far as health statistics is concerned, then the numbers about the same aspect of health, that is known as health statistics, and it can be used to see the pattern of diseases in a group of people. Means sometimes there may be the different patterns, they are available in the different group of people. So if we try to understand that kind of pattern in different group of people, then we should take the use of health statistics. So the concept of health that is mentioned in the Sushru Samhita, that is also known as, we have discussed this, means samdosha samagnischa samdhatumala kriya previously, so I will not go through this. So that can be done by the usage of the health statistics. Also the dinacharya and ritucharya, and also the concept of rasayan and vajikaran, that can be along with sadvrat and achar rasayan, that can be the part of health statistics. And in the medical statistics, the utility of the statistics in the medical field is medicine or the science of collecting, summarizing, presenting, or interpreting data in relation to the medicine or medical field. We can able to apply it to know about drug therapy, disease pattern in a particular disease. Means what kind of the therapy or what kind of the SOP we can decide for the particular disease, that can be done by the using of the medical statistics. And there are so many classical concepts that are there in Ayurvedic concept. Trisutra, Nidana Panchak, Ashtavid, and Dasvid Pariksha, Trivid Pariksha, Sadvid Pariksha, that are the means beautiful example of the medical statistics. Application of the statistics in diagnosis means in the diagnosis we have to assess the Rogibal and the Rogbal, and also after that we have to assess the Samyak Lakshan. And all these three, means Rogibal assessment, Rogbal assessment, and the assessment of the Samyak Lakshan, that can be done by the using of the statistics. Now we are moving relevance and the scope of the application of the statistic in Ayurvedic research. Means if we categorize the research, then it can be categorized in the literary, clinical, pharmacological, observational, and survey studies. So there is significant relevance of statistics in each type of the research. In the literary research, it is also known as literature review. Means literary research can be known as review of the literature. So in a literature review is a comprehensive review and analysis of the published literature that relates to a particular research topic or question being studied. Means whatever literature that is available in the published or in the text that are available at that time. So in the literary review, we means collect and we go for the comprehensive review, and after that we go for the analysis of that published literature that is comes under the literary research. So all lakshan of the particular disease can be collected in the various Samhita. Means if we want to know about the Smith, then we can collect all the symptoms mentioned in Sushru Samhita, Charak Samhita, Sarandal Samhita, Bhel Samhita. And after we can list it and compare all the symptoms of that particular disease, and we can document it then in a proper manner, and also we are able to find out the cardinal symptoms. Means This is the symptom which is available in, which was mentioned by each acharya, that can be considered as the cardinal symptom of that particular disease. And after getting the cardinal symptom of that particular disease, we can that can be help us for us a diagnosis of the specific disease. The second one is clinical research. So in the clinical research, means there are plenty of evidences where comparative efficacy of various treatment modalities and the medicines. Means sometimes we can compare the modalities and sometimes we can compare the medicines. That can be the part of the clinical research. Here I am giving one example, just Mustadi Yapna. That is, it is said that it is Sadhya Varnasani, and Aren is also effective in those, and the role of Vasti is very important in Vatraks. So we can compare this kind of different modalities and different medicines by doing the clinical research. Pharmacological research mainly based on the Agra concept in the Ayurveda, means there is a clinical demarcation of a specific drug in a specific health condition or a disease that is mentioned in the Agra Dravya Adhyaya. So this give us a wide scope to study related to the mode of action of Ayurvedic drug. What kind of the changes, means the changes in the form of biochemical or physiological effect of a particular drug. Experts on the cell, tissue, organ or organism which is in turn show the action on the specific disease can be researched in the pharmacological research. In the observational research or observational study, that can be designed to helpful in probing the new information. Means we can collect the information and carefully observe that information, correlated them, and after that we can develop the definite observations, or by those definite observations we can able to generate the new information. So that is comes under the observational study. And there is a survey study when the people started suffering in a larger number, or Acharya probably had done a survey and mentioned only the factors like in the Janpada Dhwans, that there are 4 factors that are affected, Vayu, the Kal and this. So that kind of study, that is mainly based on the survey study. If we are going one example, then the survey study can be conducted to clear the air about falsely professed cytotoxicity associated with the use of rasosne. Means sometimes there is a myth, and sometimes there this concept, this means information is quoted by the other system of medicine, that Rasosdi of Ayurveda, they are having the cytotoxicity. But if we survey with a larger number, that the person who used the Rasosdi, and after that we go for the examination of the vitals, and we get the information that there is no evidence of cytotoxicity of the Rasosdi. That kind of research, or that kind of the planning, or that kind of study comes under the survey study. These are the one application of biostatistics in Ayurveda. We have discussed about all these, that we can collect, tabulate, and summarize, and we can formulate and test our hypothesis. We can try. We can able to relate the association and the causation of the factors of in the Ayurvedic parcellance, and we also provide the supportive evidence for implementing public health care programs by using the statistics. So now we will take one by one to collect, tabulate, and summarize, and test and present the data. Then the data collected in the form of Lakshan as per Puru Roop, Upadrav, Sadhya Lakshan, or Arish Lakshan, that can be done by the statistics. Differentiate and explain the content of qualitative and quantitative data, that can be done by the quantizing. So by using the proper quantizing process, we can able to differentiate the quantitative and the qualitative data. formulate and test our hypothesis. As I said, this is the core of the statistical part of a research, and that can be done by the statistics, because we can test only our hypothesis on the basis of the data obtained by us in the process of the research. Study the relation, association, and causation of the factors in Ayurvedic parlance. Means, look, understanding of the study design and its connection with the statistical measures is very important. Sometimes we are not differentiate what kind of the study and what kind of the outcomes, or what kind of information we can get by this study. Means, if we want to correlate between two factors, then we have to, or we are supposed to design the descriptive study. And if we are trying to find out the association between two, then we have to plan a case control study. If we are trying to find out the correlation between two factors and we plan case control study, then there will be no use of that. And if we are trying to establish a cause-effect relationship, then we have to plan the cohort study. Now, as I said, that in the descriptive research, means if we are trying to correlate between two factors, then we can plan a descriptive research. So in descriptive research, this research method describing the characteristics of a population and phenomena. And described research method can include survey, observational study, and case studies. And the data collected can be quantitative or qualitative. Means both kind of data can be done in the descriptive study. And the findings from descriptive research provide valuable insights and inform future research, but do not establish the cause and effect relationship. We are not able to establish the association and cause-effect relationship by using the descriptive study. Here I am trying to give one example of a descriptive research, that is the research question. That could be, what are the eating habits of teenagers in urban areas? So if this is the research question, then the descriptive research aim to describe the characteristics and the behavior of a particular population. What is the particular population? The teenagers in the urban area. And not only the particular population, we can analyze in a group or in a phenomena. So that is known as the descriptive study, in which we are trying to find out the correlation between two factors. We can take so many other examples, that the role of Facebook in commenting the misinformation online. Means we can get, nowadays what is happening, we are getting so many informations and we are not aware that it is true or false. So we can also find out the fact that the role of Facebook or role of WhatsApp, role of Instagram to getting the mean of misinformation online. Buying power of social media users in online marketing. Nowadays, e-commerce is in means full swing. So we can also plan that how it increase, or what is the buying capacity of social media users in the online marketing. So there are so many examples. By using that, we can decide the descriptive study. But we should keep in our mind that only correlation between two factors that can be done by the descriptive study. As far as the case control study is concerned, then we can only see the association. Means this study compares two groups of the people. One is those with the disease or condition under study. They are known as case. And the another one is very similar to the group people, but do not having the disease. That is known as control. So this case and control study, this is mainly meant for the find out the association between two. So again, I will try to give one example that the demonstration of the risk link between the tobacco smoking and the lung cancer. If we are trying to find out this relationship, then this is known as case control study. And the third one is the cohort study, that is meant for the causal effect relationship. Uh, this is the type of epidemiological study in which a group of people with common characteristics is followed over the time. It can be up to the years, and how many reach to certain health outcome of the interest. Means whatever we have decided with a larger number of the population. So we first of all we have to find out, we have to decide the common characteristics. On the basis of those common characteristics, we collect some data over the time, and after that we interpret and analyze those data on the basis of the statistics. And after that, proper formulation of the research, then we are able to drive conclusions uh, that can be acceptable by the scientific community. Means if we are going through the clear-cut mandate of the research methodology and concept of statistics, then we can only able to put it, our data, in front of the scientific community, and we can able to accept that global level. And it also provide some supportive evidence in the public healthcare programs. I mean, sometimes what happens, uh, we decide that we want to uh, make India polio free or iron deficiency anemia free. But if we are not able to find out which part of the country is more suffering from this kind of health problem, then we can't able to help it out in a broader way. That kind of evidences can be generated by the help of the statistics. But there are certain challenges. Means again, I must say that it is not fair to analyze one science on the basis of the other science, the concept of the other sciences. Why I'm said in the starting of my lecture, because there are certain challenges that are there in the different sciences. Means if we are talking about the Ayurveda, then it is functional and inclusive, and at the same time, the modern medicine, that is structural and reductionist approach. Ayurveda is multimodal, and modern medicine is monomodal. So means multiple in Ayurveda there are multiple molecules, multiple targets, but in modern medicine they work on the single molecule and the single targets. So these are the challenges in between the sciences. Thank you so much. Again, I must thankful to the IAS Kanpur, Pandeyji, Amejji, and their whole team. And I am also very thankful to team of ITRA. And I also pay my thanks and my gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor Sanjeev Sharma and Department of Kriya Sharir, National Institute of Ayurveda, Jaipur. And I am also very thankful to Dr. Gurpreet Kaur Gill. She is my PhD scholar, and she prepare this beautiful presentation. Again, thank you so much. Now it's over to you, Amit.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for very informative and very knowledgeable session. And thank you so much, sir, for your presence and sharing expertise with all delegates presented here from all institutions, all different prestigious institutions of Ayurveda, and mostly from ITRA Jamnagar and Sri Krishna Ayush University in this program. And I feel that this is the foundation. We are initiating the third month of this program, and sir covered all things that are to be discussed in further sessions, like all statistical topics that we will further get details about that session from all faculties in very detail, like how to what are the descriptive statistics are covered, all foundational topics here. So, someone who joined late, I request to delegate, please go through recording and revise the session, because this is the most important session. You get all concept in context of Ayurveda uh, from this single session only. So thank you so much, sir, for your presence. We really honored to have you in this program. And this is I really feel proud to share with all delegates that this 3-month certificate program initially start last year with the NIA Jaipur under the supervision of our Dr. C.R. Yadav sir, and sir is guiding us as a state coordinator of the Master Charak Research and Development Scheme. So thank you so much, sir, for your presence and delivering it all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. May I leave now?
If any delegate have to, I think everything is covered. If any doubt, you can.
After that, if anyone want to ask something, they can mail me.
Yes, yes.
Or even they can WhatsApp me. I will try to give the solution.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. Definitely. I will share the mail ID in the WhatsApp group. You can mail to sir or you can mail us. I will get the response from the sir as soon as we get time and revert to all delegates. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much, sir, again for your presence. We really honored for your presence in this program. And tomorrow we again move towards the second topic of this 3-month collection, classification, and types of data at 6 p.m. So thank you, everyone. This is the end of today's session. Thank you so much, sir.